Have a look around at this room. It is absolutely fucking amazing to be in Toronto and see this many people out at a startup event. And I want to thank, once again, these guys for making it happen. So a big round of applause. We're honestly so lucky to have people like this making things happen in this city so that other things can happen. I certainly wish you guys were here when I was getting started. So thanks again. Okay, my name is Mike. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called FreshBooks. And what I want to talk about today, I'm going to go to a really boring place here. Okay, I'm going to go to a really boring place. I was going to talk about marketing, and honestly, like there's so much you can talk about, and I've got about 15, 20 minutes here. I had to pick something. I picked something, and then for whatever reason, I decided to try and make it boring. And what I want to talk about are benefits. Benefits, understanding them, delivering them to people, communicating them outwards. Benefits are what people buy. Okay, so if you're building a company, you're doing something this weekend, you need to be thinking about benefits. We're going to talk about that some more as we get forward. So what people buy, benefits, that's what I'm talking about. So a little bit about FreshBooks. For those who don't know, we are, we serve people who love what they do, and we help them get paid painlessly. That's kind of our story. And I'm somebody who, based in Toronto, 2003. One fine day, I was invoicing some customers for a design agency I had. And I was using Word and Excel to do it. I don't know if anyone's ever sent invoices with Word and Excel, but many probably have. And I opened it up, and I opened up an old invoice because the address and stuff was in there. And I started filling in the new information for the invoice. I saved the invoice. I forgot to rename the file. I lost all the old stuff. I said, fuck it. There's got to be a better way. I spent 2 weeks, and I built myself something to build my customers with. My customers liked it. I spent 3.5 years in my parents' basement. We've grown out of that. We're about 45, almost 50 people now at FreshBooks, hiring actively. If anybody's looking, I'm trying to hire about 20 kick-ass developers in the next 6 months. We're hiring across all things, QA, what have you, marketing. But that's kind of my story. Over 2 million people using the service now, and learned a few things along the way. Perhaps most importantly, some stuff about marketing. So, that's the shiny graph. Okay. It's fun for me to be able to talk about this just before this weekend gets going. And it's sort of fascinating to see Mark's talk. I was thinking what I was going to talk about all through Mark's talk. And Mark did a great job of demonstrating some of the core pieces of what I'm talking about. But let's face it, you guys are here for the weekend. You're going to organize it. You're going to pitch some ideas. You're going to pick some ideas. And if you want to build something at the end of the day that creates value, you want to build something that people buy, you want to be building something that delivers benefits. And so where does benefits fit into the company creation process? Well, if you look up at this thing, you've got some pain point, some problem. So when people are pitching ideas and are using fancy names for whatever this is, and it sounds like cool technology and whatever, you might want to say that's not the idea I want to get behind. You want to look at something that you can recognize some kind of pain for people, some kind of real problem. It's not about the technology or how cool it sounds. It's all about finding something that's painful for people, like my invoicing, right? Like using Word and Excel sucked, right? That's pain, and there's a whole bunch of pain points around that, from creating invoices to sending them to knowing whether a client's paid, and so we found all these pain points. So people should be pitching pain points, and then maybe talking about a solution when you hear those pitches. So solution's the next thing. Hey, I'm going to build a web app. My customers can use it. And then once you do that stuff, that bottom piece, like that solution should deliver benefits. Okay? And those benefits are going to be the cornerstones of your marketing when you get out in the market. And so, for example, FreshBooks, save time, get paid faster, look more professional. Those are our core benefits. They haven't changed in about 7 years. And through the course of this talk, having identified that kind of thinking and distilling down to benefits, because that's what people buy. They come to us not to buy invoicing. They come to us to buy saving time. Okay? They have a pain. They look for something, and they buy based on those benefits. So this is really key to understand and think about it. And to be honest, like this weekend, focus on the pain and the solution. And if you're working on something after the fact, that's when benefits and figuring out your marketing plan is really going to come in. And so for the remainder of this talk, what I want to show you how to do is identify the benefits of your service and quantify them. Okay? So, benefits, what people buy. So, first thing you want to undo is uncover your benefits. Okay? Uncover the benefits. They're there. So where do you uncover benefits? How do you quantify them? The way to uncover benefits is to talk to your customers. Talk to your users, whatever it is, people who are using your stuff. They have the answers to these questions. But you have to spend time with them. And you may hear people, like to sit and strategically think you're going to build a product and whatever, and you're going to sit in a room and you can figure it all out. I just got to tell you, you are so wrong. You need to do everything you can do to get in touch with the people who use your product. Being in touch by email is great. Telephone is probably 10 times better. I'd say, you get another 1x on that if you meet in person. But you can do so much better than electronic format, so figure out ways to get in touch with people. And when you do that, you should have a short survey. Right? Survey people. Think systematically about how to get, ask a consistent question so you can get a broad range of answers that are related to it. And the first question I would ask, when you start talking to people who are actively using something you build, is what is the greatest benefit of our service? Okay. Now that may seem simple. You may want to tell them what it is. I know what it is. I'm going to tell you, so just be quiet. Ask them that question. And pause. Put the question out there. What, in your opinion, is the greatest benefit of our service? Be quiet. See what they say. You'll be surprised what they say. And it's probably not quite what you think. And the truth is, what they say matters, and what you think doesn't. So collect that information. Record it. What is the single greatest benefit of my service? So you're going to understand your benefit because you're going to use those benefits in your marketing. Right? On your web page. People show up at your website, save time, get paid faster, look more professional. And your customers are going to tell you those things when you ask them what's the greatest benefit of using your service. So what's the next thing you want to do? You want to try and quantify your benefits. It's fascinating when I looked at Mark's talk again. So first of all, what was it? It was inspire, excite, and accelerate entrepreneurs. Missed one word. Educate, inspire, and accelerate entrepreneurs. So those are the benefits that come into a startup weekend, everybody. And the quantified, some of the benefits that have come out of these guys running them, what was it, 36% of people come back to one or something? Or all those stats, right? So Mark's taking the time to do some of these things. So that was a great marketing presentation. I hope you all realized that. Maybe you didn't. But it was really good. So we're going to talk about quantifying these benefits. And one of the simplest ways I've found to do that is to just ask about before and after. So if you're a Jenny Craig weight loss, honestly, people come to that. The benefit is that, I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to lose some weight. What did you weigh when you started? How long did it take? And what did you weigh when you left? FreshBooks. How much time did you spend invoicing before FreshBooks? How much time after? We know people are saving 4 to 6 hours, right? As freelancers. 4 to 6 hours. Those could be billable hours. Are you going to pay $19 a month to get your 4 hours back? Hell yeah. If you got a bigger team of people tracking time, you might save 2 days a month. Is it worth $80? Yes. So you want to find out those before and after numbers so you can then use them in your marketing collateral. So you can figure out how to communicate the benefit of your service. Right? So if people say it saves me time, you got to ask, well, how much did it take before and how much after? You're gathering this as collateral, and this is boring stuff. But the process of asking these questions is paramount for getting your marketing collateral together and being able to communicate your value proposition to people. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Try and draw all this stuff together. It's probably 2005. Living in my working in my parents' basement. I got 4 or 5 people who show up every day. Okay, we're hammering away. We're building FreshBooks. We're not making any money. We are spending every penny we've got trying to run marketing tests, get more people in, learn, on and on it goes. And so what I used to do is I had a 7-question survey. I asked those 3 questions, things like how did you hear about us, the normal marketing questions. These ones are just about getting your benefits and understanding your benefits. But there's some other standard stuff. Would you refer us? Why? And what I would do, we send out emails to people who are using our product. And we asked them, like, what's the greatest benefit? And they'd say, easy, fast, whatever. But I took my survey, and I took it out to people on the phone, and I would schedule phone calls with active users. So I'd look up their activity, I'd drop them an email, schedule a time. And once you have people using your product, you'll be amazed how early adopters will actually choose to spend time on the phone with you if you ask them. They'll be so shocked that, hey, I'm the founder trying to figure this thing out. They'll clear off their calendar. They'll make time for you. That's the nature of early adopters. And so, I scheduled a call with this guy. We're in my parents' basement, 5 people in the room. It was kind of noisy that day, I guess, phone calls, meetings, whatever. And so I decided I'd take the cordless phone and I'd take the call in the furnace room. Place I couldn't even stand up straight because the ceiling wasn't high enough. And I get on the phone with this guy and I say, hey, you're talking to the CEO of your second site then, FreshBooks, and so he doesn't know any better. He's like, okay, cool. And so I run down my survey questions, and I open with, so hey, what's the single greatest benefit of using our service? And he says, you know what? The biggest benefit to me is it changes my behavior. That's all he said. For what felt like 150 years. But I sat tight, waited to see what he'd say next. Very powerful thing when you're interviewing somebody. Question. And he went on to say, it changes my behavior. Instead of waiting until the end of the month to generate all my invoices, it's so fast and easy that I create invoices as I do my work, and because I do that, I don't forget the work I did. So my invoices are bigger. And my clients like it because I just did the work, so it's fresh in their mind. And since I don't wait till the end of the month, and since the work's fresh in their mind, they pay me faster. And so I got off the phone and looked at my bank account and said, there's nothing there. But this one call gave me so much energy and so much insight because I knew I was onto something. I was delivering real benefits to somebody who was running their business out there. And I knew there'd be a market for that. And so we kept just trying to figure out how to get the word out about those benefits, help people who have that pain identify that they should be a FreshBooks customer. So, those 7 benefits have held with us from that research way back when. That's still why people buy from us today. And I would encourage you, as you think about the pain points and the solutions, to think about the benefits you want to deliver to your world and how you're going to market your products. Thanks.